This is a short video overview regarding the SAP Solution Manager TCO calculator by IT-Conductor. Often our customers ask what is the real cost of implementing Solution Manager to do technical monitoring in their SAP landscape. So we've developed this total cost of ownership TCO calculation in order to help them budget the effort or compare the ROI of implementing such a solution for enterprise monitoring. So we have published this blog, and we will cover the essential components of what goes into the cost calculation for implementing Solution Manager. In the introduction section is a brief background, essentially gathering information from various studies and experience in the field regarding SAP customers deployment that has gone into the calculation. And in the effort itself, we take a look at the key area consideration in infrastructure, the installation and setup, the configuration of the initial Solman, and then each managed system as they get added to the Solution Manager platform, what the system monitoring ongoing day-to-day operations looks like, the lifecycle management, which is inevitable for Solution Manager with the required upgrades and updates and some of the maintenance, and also the required technical support and expertise needed in order to maintain a healthy Solman environment. Then we summarize the costs of the Solution Manager, looking at not only personnel costs, but the complexity and flexibility of the platform as well. And then you can download the calculator and apply that to your environment so that you get the true cost estimate based on your scenario. So in this blog, essentially you can download the calculator, and we'll walk over the calculator right now and show you how that can be used. So we also include a copy of the information we just show on the blog as a reference, so you can get the explanation about what went into the calculation. In the calculation tab, after you've submitted the form to request a download, you will get an email, and in that email you will get a link and a password to download the Excel spreadsheet. Once you download this, the information starts here where you input the value for the scenario. In this example, we're using 3 years for TCO calculation, that is 36 months, and then the number of systems that you're going to manage with Solution Manager. So this will be the number of seats. And then wherever your implementation is, you might have different costs for your local cost of resources. These are consultant costs per day. This is an example based in US dollar estimate for US-based companies, and how much it costs for your own employee per day based on their salaries. Again, you can adjust these numbers based on your true costs. And then the Solution Manager requires infrastructure, so you can estimate how much it costs per virtual machine to operate per month for the actual system itself, and then we'll calculate the infrastructure cost for you. Solution Manager also requires database, and HANA is the primary HANA database for Solution Manager 7.2, and the cost of storage for that. So once you enter this environment information for your scenario, the costs are automatically calculated. We've computed that average 20% of a consultant or subject matter expert is needed per full-time employee dedicated to the monitoring effort. So again, in this instruction, you can go down and you can see that these are automatically calculated based on 2 Solution Manager environment, one production, one non-production, and the average system size calculated here. And then on the software component, obviously, if you're paying SAP annual maintenance, the Solution Manager is free, so that is 0. The installation and setup involves the preparation, downloading software updates, etc., and then doing the post-install setup. That's calculated on that effort. The configuration itself, each managed system that you enter will be essentially calculated. Part of that is an effort per person day or effort, and then from there we calculate how much it will cost to maintain or configure the environment over the course of the systems that you have input. For 20 systems, this is the rough cost. And then when you have the additional system for monitoring, again, each time you add, you have all these other things to configure, diagnostic agents, etc., to maintain that landscape. So these are the effort involved. In the system monitoring itself, these are daily operation. How much effort do you need per person, per sit that you are going to monitor and manage with the solution? And again, these are the sidebar information. And then the life cycle involves the maintenance of the system. In order for healthy solution manager environment, you need to do housekeeping, you need to do upgrades, patches, and then maintaining all of the other infrastructure components, as well as maintaining the monitoring templates for thresholds, updating alert, as well as inbox configuration, etc. And then the last part is just the technical support and expertise. So ongoing support once you have that environment and people start to use it. What is the effort to maintain the support for that landscape? So in the end, you get a total cost of ownership based on the number of systems you're going to monitor and manage over the time. And then also we give you a complexity of implementation is typically high. Flexibility talks about how flexible a solution to adapt to your specific needs. Every customer who runs SAP runs it slightly differently and deploy differently, whether on-prem or on cloud, and how flexible is it to adapt to those areas such as clusters, etc. Right? And then the usability of the platform itself. So that's the overview. If you download, you can go through and input the information in the blue section, and you get your total cost of ownership estimate in the yellow. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email info@itconductor.com, and we'll be happy to help.